I came from Nigeria, and it's a very deep situation or context of unemployment, of which I was deeply immersed in for 17 years with all those degrees, and I made graduating like first 5 to 7 percentile of my every class. I was a good student, but unfortunately, for 17 years, I didn't get a job. My biggest concern was not to be a failure in Ireland, because pretty much I'd been categorized like a failure back home, most unfortunately. So when I came here, my wife believed in me, and I started searching for a job earnestly. Trained to be a security guard, was ready to take anything just to put food on our table. But unfortunately, it wasn't working. I was so devastated, like my experience in Nigeria has followed me. Am I jinxed in Ireland again? So I would apply on Indeed, on Monster, LinkedIn, throw in 20, 30 applications every day. And they all came back with the same, I'm sorry, good qualifications, good portfolio, but we have better candidates and all that. I came to Epic, and they started with different programs. They started on my CV, on cover letter. And the important thing is that they made me do it myself. They made me do it myself. They took me through the stages, through the exercises. We did exercises and submitted, and they criticized, and went back and forth. And by the time I was done with my CV, I couldn't even recognize it. It was the same content, but telling my story in a different way that was more professional. And then we went on to the cover letters, how to write a good cover letter. We went through all that through MS Office, training, Excel, and all that. And then through the CV, interview preparation and mock interview. I was a very thirsty sponge, so I soaked up everything they said. Look, I've been doing it my way. It hasn't been working. Why don't you listen to these people? And meanwhile, they were bringing in consultants, HR managers from different companies to come and tell us what, from the recruiter's perspective, we should be presenting to them to be considered serious candidates. So why shouldn't I listen? So with the result, at the end of the day we were graduating was the day that I got my appointment letter for my first job. And it was working for Accenture as a content review analyst.